Hey man, are you okay? Why so sad is about the Leafs? They can still make it. They now have a 13% chance of making the playoffs. Is it now time for golfing season? No! Brett Favre, do you have the answers? Are you the savior? Of course not. You're retired and you played football, not hockey. Hey man, so why are the Leafs so bad or why do they suck? The Leafs don't suck, okay? They started out good this season. They had ups and downs. Were once second place overall. The Leafs don't suck, okay? It's just been like the last few years they've been kind of disappointing for Leaf fans. And I mean loyal Leaf fans, not the haters or bandwagon people. Loyal Leaf fans. It's been kind of a few disappointing seasons. A couple years back, they were in a playoff position and lost 22 of their last 29 games. Last year they actually made the playoffs. Played Boston, the last team they would want to play. Took it to Game 7. We're up 4-1 with 10 minutes remaining. This is it, Brett Favre. We can actually beat the Bruins finally. It looked that way, and no, it did not end that way, and yeah, it still stings. But moving on, and this year they were actually in a position to get home field advantage, and the last 2 weeks, 8 games, they've lost all 8 in a row, and can now kiss the playoffs goodbye. I find the problems with the Leafs, for starters, are leadership. All right, Dion Phaneuf, he's not the captain. He's not the guy. All right, looking back at former captains, Sittler, Matt Sundin, Doug Gilmour, those were Leaf captains. All right, Phaneuf has been called the pylon, the princess. I call him Triple P, Princess Pylon Phaneuf. All right, and other captains around the league, you got Chara, who's a goon from Boston, but he gets energy from Coca-Cola. And he's like, I hold you in bear hug because I'm from old country. And then you got Jonathan Toews, who fully body checks a young fan of his, but he makes up for it by winning 2 Stanley Cups, and he's Jonathan Toews. And Sidney Crosby from Pittsburgh, okay, was a whiner, and so was Gretzky, but Gretzky became the great one, and Crosby is now considered the best player in the world. And so the Leafs need a new captain. Options are Lupul, but he struggles to stay healthy. Kessel is another one, but he has issues with camera. He's an introvert. Power to the introverts. My suggestion is James Van Riemsdyk. All right, he's got size, skill, strength, consistent, and he's American. Captain plus America combined make Captain America. Quote me on that nickname. Next is coaching Randy Carlyle. Okay, he just his style is old school, okay, and it doesn't work for this club. They're not rough and tumble. They're a fast-paced, skilled bunch, so play them like that and treat your players better. Don't hackle them year after year, shift after shift, okay? And this stuff with Reimer, okay, like what is that? Like saying, "Oh, I thought he was okay." Reimer retaliates by saying, "Oh, he said I was okay. Well, I thought I played good." All right, like what is that? Like you gotta treat your players better. Put your players before yourself, okay? And just like heck, like Reimer has lost all confidence in himself, and like sometimes a player just needs a little pat on the back or something to say like, "Hey, you'll get it next time." And next is discipline. The Leafs this year have been outshot, relied too much on their top line. Their goalies have been left out to dry consistently. They get stupid penalties, turnovers have killed them, and they keep shooting themselves in the foot. And not to mention their defense is well, it stinks. But what else is new in the Leafs organization? And how he can fix these problems are like this, okay? Uh, One, get 2 to 3 solid defensemen, not too young, not too old, but just like Goldilocks' porridge, just right. And help out enough because it looks like he's going to be here for a while, 7 years, and help out the young defenseman and go from there. Also, stay out of the box. Try and like get the puck more. Like don't just like say, hey, what's this? A puck in my hand? Oh, here you go. Actually, like play like even if you're playing catch with yourselves, at least you have the puck, and that's what matters. And that will lower shots and just get some secondary scoring. And also, this goes out to the organization. All right, everybody likes a winner. Okay, all right. You got the Yankees, the Patriots, the Red Sox. Those are all winners. Everybody likes a winner. Even airheads do. And look, they're airheads. Okay, so take that into consideration. And you got the advantage because you're from Toronto. Okay, like they still buy stuff, sell like buy tickets whether you lose year after year, whether you don't make the playoffs year after year. So you got the advantage. And if you actually cared about your team, make them into a contender. Isn't it obvious and logical that like your sales would rise? Like any idiot would figure that out. Okay, it's not rocket science. All right, so just take that into consideration. Whoa, man, those are some good views, but how are you gonna get them to other people? Have you tried your dad or your roommates, the animal life? What about this guy Bill and this banker Chris? For one thing, I'm surrounded by Habs fans, Flyers fans, like the Leaf fans are not really in the area, and for another thing, they're Cats, but they could be potential Leaf fans. Also, Bill, who was a Leaf fan and was like my cousin's boyfriend, but he's been out of the picture for like 10 years. Also, yes, my banker Chris, alright, he's a Leaf fan, suggested the fan base to me and told me, hey, man, you want to get your views across, like get it to like the other Leaf fans, and hopefully we can band together and get the organization to like see it our way, and hopefully one day we'll have a contender and a cup with our name on it. Yes, Brett Favre, that would be the greatest day ever. Happy day. Yeah, and don't stop believing and go Leafs go.